Hi everybody, sanibonani. Welcome to my channel. Igama lami Ntando Mdletshe, and on this channel siyaye sibuka ama-reality shows ethu ala Mzansi bese siza la sokwenza ama-reviews or ama-recaps. Siyaphinda-ke futhi sikhulume ngama-celebrities kanye nama-YouTubers ethu ala eMzansi. If it's your first time joining me today and you happen to like my content, do not forget to press the subscribe button la ngezansi bese upressa ne-notification bell ukuze phela uthole umyalezo uma ngabe umsebenzi omusha sesiwufakile. We are going to do a follow-up story about Donell Mbele, the son of Sonia Mbele, about that case and his girlfriend. I am not sure actually whether it's still his girlfriend or it's now his ex-girlfriend. There was a gender-based violence issue between the two of them that was reported on social media, and there's been updates going on, you guys. I am not particularly surprised with what is going on with this girl, you guys, because the way things that she did after the story was exposed online, that just worried me. She did that Q&A while she was live doing her makeup, talking about the abuse, which for me just was off. I was feeling like konite off lana, because I felt like she had just gone through something really, really serious. Getting into a physically abusive situation at that age, you guys, is not a small thing. And for her to be sitting there just doing her makeup while going through that story and answering questions about that story, I was feeling like, I don't know, is she not taking it that seriously? That's why she's doing that. Or she's going through something mentally that needs to be paid attention to. But I didn't do a story about it because I didn't want to sound like I was being insensitive. But it just really just was like, something is going on here. More than just what we had seen or more than what was communicated. So that's why I opted not to do a follow-up video at that time. Okay, something is going on, you guys. Obviously, when we do these stories, while they break, we always do the story while it's hot and trending, and then we move on to other things. But what we don't think about sometimes, it's how those people are doing after we had done the story, how they are affected and all of that. And right now we get to see what happens after somebody goes through. First, she went through that physical situation, allegedly. But now, of course, the story trended. So a lot went on online as well. So she has to be affected. All of them actually have to be affected by what's going on. It was talked about so much. Okay, so we're going to go through this article, you guys, because they are giving an update on what's happening with Rio, who is the girlfriend, and it comes from the South African publication written by Ntando Izolo on the 4th of December 2022. Okay, so it says the title says she's snappy. Donell's ex-girlfriend Rio checked into a mental institution. So I'm assuming that since the title says ex, then they are they have broken up, you guys. So it says Rio Makete has been admitted into a mental wellness center because a lot is happening in her life. Donell Mbele's ex-girlfriend has been checked into the mental wellness center by her family for depression and anxiety. Excuse me, guys. According to Zimoja, a close family friend confirmed that Rio is being well looked after by a clinical psychologist. A lot is happening in her life, and this is just the tip of an iceberg. Okay. The publication says the friend says Rio told them that she recently found out things about her family that were affecting her mental health. She's very snappy, especially when she can't get what she wants. Even her mother seemed to be scared of her when she's on one of her episodes, the friend explained. Donell recently appeared in court for charges of physical assault to his now ex-girlfriend Rio, accompanied by his legal team. A fearful Donell looked drained in front of the magistrates, who postponed the case to February 2023 as per Zimoja. Pictures of Donell with injuries on his lips and face have since come to the fore, with claims that Rio attacked him first amidst of a fit of rage in one of their many fights during their toxic relationship. Responding to the comment under her image on Instagram about whether she was okay, Rio said, "Not really, but fake it till you make it right." Some of her friends took to her comment section to send her strength. Okay. One viewer said, "We all equally go through violence in as much as we are from different society sets up. As a gentleman, I was from a very toxic relationship where I came to realize that I was extremely being manipulated physically, mentally, emotionally, and psychologically, all in the name of being so in love with my partner. All I can say is that nobody should remain in a toxic relationship, as the toxic partners knows exactly what they are doing, hurting you intentionally. Let's normalize living toxic relationships to find our peace. It's time we find joy in being ourselves and showcasing the realest part of us by being bold. Saying no when it's time to say no. We live in the world full of charm, happiness, and adventure, and we deserve better. Happiness is not out there, it's in you." Concluded. Okay. Listen, I agree with this, you guys. I do feel like there's a lot of people that are in toxic relationships, and they cover of being in love is used a lot of the times to cover just the situation of being manipulative and somebody not really caring for you. But they will say, I love you so much, like I do all of these things because I love you so much, which is what is very dangerous about this situation. I'm actually very glad that they are saying that Rio is in an institution where they can take care of her mentally, and but it reveals something as well, that she is going through something herself, and also like something that even her family is not able to fully understand what it is. It really just shows for me that these children really just had no business being in a relationship, because it sounds like it's two people that are dealing with a lot on their own. They should never have been in a relationship with each other, or a relationship at all, you guys. I don't know, and there's no indication in this article if what she's going through mentally is because of the abuse, or she was having some issues herself, because there is a possibility as well before she got into this relationship, and this relationship actually made things worse. I don't know, it's not confirmed on this article. Also, there is that mention of Donell also himself having some injuries on his body when he was appearing in court, and there is an assumption that that was because when they got into the physical altercation, it was two ways. So we don't know, you guys, if the girl really was defending herself, and there is also reports of her being the one that actually started being physical with him. We don't know. I'm glad that this is something that at this point is being handled by the courts, and I'm happy that there is also involvement of the parents in these cases on both sides, because I think that these kids are young enough to require some help from the adults, but also they are young enough to still be able to work on things and change some things in their lives and take care of their mental health better. But you guys, like young people out there is being in a relationship is not a requirement. Sometimes you just need to take care of yourself. If you feel like mentally you are not okay, that is not a time to get into a relationship, because a lot of the times when you are not okay mentally, when you're going through something, you know deep down inside, and that is not a time to get into the relationship, because that situation is about to become worse if you get into a relationship. Anyway, you guys, I hope for the best for all the parties involved. I don't know what the best case scenario here could be, but I just hope that everybody, like at the end, it works out for everybody. You guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Please like it before Pumegiona, share it with your friends, with your family, and even with strangers. Ntando kakhulu.